There is a moment, almost every visitor knows it, when you crest the path above the Giant's Causeway and the world simply recalibrates itself around you. The Giant's Causeway sits on the North Antrim coast of Ireland, and the first proper view of it stops people mid-step. Thousands of hexagonal basalt columns, dark and geometrically perfect, descend in great stair-steps toward the churning North Atlantic. No photograph in existence fully prepares you for the real thing. Around 60 million years ago, intense volcanic activity tore across what is now County Antrim. Vast rivers of molten basalt cooled, contracted, and fractured into the geometric columns that remain today. Roughly 40,000 of them, most 5- or 6-sided, fitted together with an almost uncanny precision. 60 million years is a number the human mind cannot truly process. But standing on those columns and running your fingers along their cold, perfectly angled edges is as close as most of us will ever get to feeling that weight of time. These stones existed before mammals had properly got going, before the Atlantic took its current form. Walk down to the lower causeway, and the full effect begins. The Atlantic comes in hard against the rocks, and the sound is a deep rhythmic percussion that seems to rise from the stone itself. The basalt is slippery underfoot, demanding your complete attention at every single step. There is no phone signal worth speaking of down here, and the wind makes conversation difficult. In that enforced quiet and presence, visitors tend to find something they hadn't realized they were looking for. The Giant's Causeway strips away the noise and returns you, briefly and beautifully, to simply being a person in a remarkable place. For the Irish diaspora who return to County Antrim, the experience carries an extra layer entirely. The gray-green Atlantic light, the rugged coastline, the sense that Ireland has always been exactly this wild. Coming here feels less like tourism and far more like recognition. Ireland being Ireland, science never quite gets to have the last word. Local legend tells that the columns are the remains of a causeway built by the giant Finn MacCool, who constructed it to stride across the water and meet his Scottish rival Benandonner. The story, involving a clever disguise as a baby, is told in vivid detail across the county. The myth does something beautiful. It gives scale to the incomprehensible. If these columns are a giant stepping stones, then of course you feel small standing on them. You were always going to. The legend encodes the emotional truth of the place in a form humans can actually carry home with them. Timing your visit makes an enormous difference. Arrive before 9 a.m. and you will often find the lower causeway quiet, the light soft, and the Atlantic delivering its full drama. Shoulder season, April, May, and September, offers the best balance of reasonable weather and a landscape that feels genuinely untamed. Most visitors linger on the lower causeway, which is wonderful, but the headland path above rewards the curious with the full sweep of the Antrim coast laid out before you, columns visible below, and the broader drama of one of Europe's most extraordinary stretches of coastline, stretching in both directions. Read the full story and discover how to plan your own visit at Love Ireland, and join over 64,000 people who get Ireland stories like this delivered free every morning at loveireland.com.